Yeah.
All right, let's do the thing. Let's do the thing for the 400th time. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Slamfire Radio. This is the big one, episode 400. You waited 400 episodes to get here. Congratulations. You made it. We made it. We all made it. Today's date is April 15th in the year of 2021. I am one of your hosts, Trevor the Ferlate. I can't believe it. 400 episodes, you fucking idiots.
Random Dave. Right. That's you. Hello.
I just pulled up the show notes. Don't blame me. I was looking for a background to make Kelly happy.
Been live for 15 minutes and he just pulls up the show notes right at the beginning.
I'm trying to make Kelly happy. That was worth being 2 minutes late.
Kelly has gone through more partners than I have underwear. That's an impossibility. So why do you even try?
So like two?
God.
Nah.
Yeah, Dave. Thanks.
Dave has shirts older than I am.
That's probably I might, hand-me-downs, family heirloom t-shirt.
Oh, right.
That's how it works in my family. I'm Random Dave, another one of our hosts.
Thank you.
I'm Kelly.
I'm Adriel, another one of our hosts.
Oh my God. We have hit the ground running in true Slamfire fashion. Another flawless entry. Congratulations.
I thought so.
Oh, Jeebus. All right, let's get into what we did this week in guns, which, as always, is brought to us by the Calgary Shooting Centre, Canada's premier firearms retailer. This week, they have the Benella. What the hell's a Benella?
Benella.
They have the Benelli.
Benella?
Benelli Nova Speed. This gun is an IPSC shotgun, and it's built right at the factory out of the box to meet the division requirements of the IPSC standard manual division. That doesn't sound right. Somebody wrote that wrong. It's not manual because it's not a pump.
It is a pump.
Or is it a pump?
It is a pump.
My bad.
It is a pump.
Yes. So it's written right. I read it wrong. All right. So it's for the IPSC standard manual division. So it's a race shotgun for the manual division, which means it's a pump action shotgun, but it's got all the bells and whistles. It's got a nice long extended magazine tube on it.
It's beautiful.
And you can get it in 24 or 26 inch. There's a long list of amazing features that it has, but it'll take another 400 episodes to get through it all. So just going to say that it is fantastic. Go over there, check it out. It's $14.50 for Benelli. That is race ready. $14.50 is a steal. Yeah, it's a steal. Like I spent that on my gun before I started to trick it out for IPSC. So, yep.
Look at that extended tube on it.
I know, right? That's a big tube.
Yep.
Nice.
She said.
Might as well. 12 shot tube.
Mm-hmm.
My question: if you put the tube that long on, why wouldn't you throw a longer barrel on it?
Don't need.
Well, you got the choice of 24 or 26. I mean, you got enough weight with that tube and all that ammo. Do you need more barrel?
You don't need it, and the extension can be somewhat sacrificial. So if you dump it in a dump barrel, not so much for IPSC shotgun, but for 3-gun, you dump it and you bust the extension. Meh. Extensions are like $50, $100.
Gotcha.
Barrel, $200-$300.
So it's a fancy muzzle
$300 plus.
Yeah.
I went and took my Versamax, which was the 26-inch version, and bought the 20 or 22-inch version. I forget which version of the Versamax that came out, but this version of the Versamax had like I said, 20 or 22-inch barrel that was threaded for chokes. So it brought the overall length of my Versamax down, which made it a lot nicer for 3-gun and IPSC. And that sucker was like well over $300, man, just for the barrel. So that hurt.
Yep.
And now I don't know where it is. I think some guy named Craig bought it. All right. So let's get into what we did in guns. I'll go first. I'm at the top of the list, and I did some stuff and then was met with severe disappointment. Yet again, I should be used to it by now. But anyway, disappointed again. I renewed my memberships. I got my IPSC membership paperwork and money sent in. By the way, whoever's responsible for that, you might want to acknowledge that. I don't know, cash my AMT, send me a card, something, anything, whatever, you do you. All kidding aside, yeah, I did send my stuff off to IPSC to renew, and then renewed a gun club membership, and then I applied for my ATT. Why did I do all this? Because Spring Bang, annual indoor level 3 match in Dartmouth that the Atlantic Marksman Association puts on, and I never miss it. Maybe I missed it once since I got in. Fantastic match. Plus, I get to go hang out with Captain Andy and the crew down there. So my extended Nova Scotia IPSC family, I was going to get to see them for the first time since, I don't know, July or August, because I haven't gone anywhere or done anything since September. I applied for my ATT and I got it in record time, 4 hours, same day. Normally they
wow.
Thanks for applying. We'll get back to you in 2 weeks. And anyway, 4 hours. Later that day or the next day, it was announced that the Atlantic Bubble, that's a thing that we have in Atlantic Canada where you can travel within Atlantic Canada without having to self-isolate 14 days, come and go as you please, almost like you're free, except show us your papers. You have to have your papers ready at the border, like Nazi Germany. And anyway, it's better than nothing. But it was supposed to open on the 23rd, and I was going to head to Nova Scotia that weekend because that was the date of the match. But that got pushed back to May 3rd. So poop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poop.
I finally got all.
Boo.
Yeah. Finally was going to get to shoot a match, see the boys, and they screwed me again. So, yeah. That's all I didn't get to do in guns. How about you, Adriel?
What did I do?
You did a couple more
did
videos.
some stuff. I had some more videos. Yeah, that is true. Let me just remove these spotlights here just so that they're not in the way. There. Is this better? Sorry, I'm just modifying the camera. I ordered a Beretta 92 at the end of the last show. Kelly bullied me. You were witnesses.
Hey.
Good for you, Kelly.
No,
Yeah.
Is anybody going to ask him why, or am I going to do it?
Because he's
Why?
he's buying all the cheap
It's
guns.
buying crappy guns.
Beretta 92s are not cheap.
This one is.
That
This
was
one is.
$399.
What?
It's
Yeah.
$399.
Oh, it's not an FS. It's just a old school 92,
S.
like a Milsurp.
S. Yeah, Milsurp.
Oh,
Heel.
it's got the little button down at the bottom of the magwell thing.
Back, the heel of it.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
part.
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate. So why are you doing this? Now
It's
it's a whole
$399.
different why.
Now it's a because I'm doing reviews on cheap guns. That's why.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Of all
one
the
of them.
cheap guns you bought lately, it's probably one of the better.
We'll see. Quality wise, probably. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So I ordered that. Hey, another thing. So I've been working on these Norinco guns and what they do and what they can't do. MP22 mag. And I was reading online, the Mekgar ones work and some of the SIG ones work, but you have to modify them. So I'm like, God, I'm the guy. I'll Dremel them out. So I ordered Mekgar 9mm mag, and I was all ready to Dremel it, but I don't need to. It fits just fine. So sweet. Don't need to do any of that.
Have you actually shot it?
No.
With that mag in the gun?
It'll feed.
Well,
it'll feed.
Okay. Well, all right. I just don't like to say it works fine until I've actually fired the gun with it in.
I'll go shoot a match with it.
Falling out or whatever.
I'm gonna go shoot a 3-gun match with it. How about that? And then I got some 40 cal mags for it, and those fit just fine, and they work with.
Say, cash me outside just once for me.
Cash me outside.
How about that?
How about that?
How about that?
Between these two, these ones cost more, and they got the stupid plastic dingus, and they're 9mm. These ones are 40. They're full metal, and they're cheaper. I would just get a bunch of these, unless I was shooting IPSC, and I, didn't want to whoopsie and put 11 in a mag. Something came in the mail.
What?
Well, not the whole thing.
Was it mail?
This bit came in the mail.
We can't see you. I can't see you. Can you guys see him?
I can, but it's not focused. You need to focus, Adriel.
I need to focus. Okay, wait. Add spotlight.
There we go.
Remove spotlight.
Ooh.
There we go.
I got something similar. That's a big magazine.
That's a big magazine in there. Hey, look at that.
Big old magazine.
Got a whole bunch in there. Yeah, so this is the Maple Ridge Armory Maverick. And got it from Bullseye.
There we go. I need a 308.
This one's in 6.5, but it could be in 308.
Yeah, but right?
Could be. Yeah.
Well, that didn't take all that long to get to you from Bullseye. Bullseye sent that to you. It didn't take all that long to get that.
They sent the mags too. And when I got the package, I'm like, oh, maybe it's the Beretta. Maybe those guys got their shit together and sent it out like super quick. But no, it was this thing. Yeah, receipt.
So it's 6.5 Creed.
Yeah, 6.5 Creedmoor. I had all the parts kind of kicking around, and
their barrel.
Their barrel. Yep. Their muzzle brake. Their fore end. How long
do they
ago?
have any kind of MOA guarantee on that?
I don't know. No. I don't know. I don't pay attention to MOA guarantees.
6.5. You can't miss anyway.
What do you want it to do?
Yeah.
What are your goals for this thing?
Shoot a deer
in the face,
or 2 or 3.
Take out a few
rapid fire.
Take out a few tanks.
Because I mean,
all right. So that's going to go. Is that's going to go for sale eventually, right?
As everything does in my house.
I call dibs on it.
Wait, this is why we're at what? Cut my throat, David.
Absolutely, bitch. You're too slow.
Got some. I put some real Gucci parts on here. If this is the
see that trigger
MFT
fancy trigger,
real nice. That's the Timney.
Ooh, yeah, I know that
trigger in there. Yeah, it's very light, very light.
It's too much trigger for you, David. Boop. Can't handle it.
Oh, not good for hunting though. It's a little light for the hunting rifle.
That's what the safety's for.
What it is.
Put the safety on. Safety off.
Safety's for.
This is my safety, sir.
Safety.
Yeah. So it's all pretty minty. I definitely need to put some rounds through it. It's kind of like rubby. I don't know if you can hear that. It's dry. I need to put some oil in it, or I'll just shoot it and then I'll oil it later. Pretty easy to install.
Dry.
All the same stuff. All the same stuff as putting together an AR, basically. So I got last night at 9. Pattern? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I already had the parts that were like that all matched up, so I did all my homework before, and then I didn't pay attention for.
What did they come off of? Then we can tell you if it was DPMS pattern or not.
I can't.
Stag 10?
Nope. The other one.
No.
Starts with an M.
The other one. The BCL.
Nope.
No.
Can't remember.
Okay.
I got it in the safe there. Anyways, yeah. So Gucci parts, pretty Gucci parts. This is probably like my most Gucci gun, including my ARs. Yeah, really nice barrel.
The parts aren't off Wish, so yeah, that's a fairly low bar.
Yeah, I don't think there are no name parts on here. They're all name parts, name brand parts.
Oh, wow.
Everything.
Hey, Drew, what have they done to you?
I don't even have a scope on it. I have to do that, but
you will.
I just put this together like last night. I got it at 9:00. I'm like, I'm gonna have this thing put together for the show. So I whipped it together last night, and pretty easy to put together. Now I need to like reload some 6.5 and quick because I should probably take it out to the range this weekend.
I was just occurred to me today. I haven't even considered going to the range to shoot mine yet.
You got one of those?
Well, I got my my Renegade, but I built it in 7.62 by 40 WT.
Yeah. Why haven't you taken that to the range or done something with it?
I was finishing up a bunch of work stuff, but now I've got a month of not demanding work, just regular demanding work. So, and Muffin just sent me a text yesterday saying we need a practice day or whiskey and cigars day. And I was like, why not both? Just got to make sure we order those activities correctly. Yeah, that makes sense. I got to admit, I might have cracked a beer or two while I was making this thing, just because I was in a rush to like get her all ready. It was very well. You're allowed to have 2 of the 3, but you can never have all 3 at the same time. You remember that rule, right? Beer, weed, and acid, and putting the gun together. What's the triangle of drugs that you can do while you're putting a gun together? Again, you're just taking it and you've just like not even let me attempt to even begin and just went, nah. Carry on. Came with a real nice owner's manual. Look at this. They got like pictures on how to do stuff. And oh, yeah. Look at all that. Did they pop up? What's that? That was your background. Pop up like your high school textbooks did? No. That's too bad. It's very nice, glossy manual that I didn't really need, but it was nice to see that they have one of those.
It has pictures and no words.
not only did I need the manual, I had to make a phone call when I was putting mine together.
Yep. Did they use a screw-in bolt catch? Is that instead of a pin?
No, it was the part that went over the journal on the barrel to plug the gas hole. I was like, what is this extra bit for?
Oh, you didn't know what it was for. I see.
Yeah.
I just put it on and torqued it down.
Well, what I did is the journal on my barrel is an odd. Yeah, it's like an AR-15 profile, but it's got the larger 308 type of journal. So I forget what are the gas journal or the gas blocks? 0.750, and is there a 9 or something?
There's a couple. I don't know the diameters.
Yeah, there's like a small one, then the standard one, then the big one. The big one's what I had to go with. So all I did was take my gas block when the gun was a gas gun and rotate it at 180.
Yep, that'll work. So that's on. I'll take that to the range this weekend. I put out some videos. I put one out on the Magneto.
You always put out.
I am a giver.
Beast.
I put out a video on the Magneto Speed, those M100 game camps. Oh, they're so bad. But yeah. I still got some video of a moose at my brother's place, which is kind of interesting. But it was pretty bad. And then I put out some videos on disassembly, just the disassembly on the Terra TM9 and the NP34. And the reason why I did that is I'm still waiting on the reg certificates. I think there's some problem at the government that they're not letting in on. I called them up. I'm like, yo, I want my reg certs. When'd you buy it? March 7th. Oh, it says here that it was printed on the 10th. Okay, well, they didn't get here.
On my desk right here. I mean, it's in the mail, sir.
Yeah.
And I talked to another buddy of mine, and he's been waiting 3 weeks. His transfer was done 3 weeks ago. He hasn't got his. I talked to another buddy of mine, 2.5 weeks for him. Because I've been buying basically like a handgun a week recently. They're cheap. And I haven't got a single reg cert. I would love to take like any of these guns to the range, put some rounds through them so I can do these reviews. But
so my theory on that is they're just, now that they've changed the rules that you can't use the transfer as the reg, they're just waiting a long time for everybody to get impatient so they can bust people.
It's a complete dick move. It's a dick move just for the sake of dick moves. It's a new way for the government to screw with gun owners.
Yep. I tend to agree because taking like 3 weeks. Like in the US they have a waiting period, but it's like I already have like more than a couple handguns in my safe. Like getting me in. If I get another one, it's not like I'm gonna go rush out and do something rash that I already could have done.
That's why they should just be at the store. Like we can't do that. Well, you did it during the long gun registry. You just said take it home right here and now, and you were good to go. So it should work exactly the same way. Because I talked to somebody at the CSO's office, and they said, "Oh, it's because we need to do additional background checks and check everything out." I'm like, "You're opening a database, and you're going owner click." New owner click, save. That's all you're doing. It's probably 4 mouse clicks.
Yeah, don't lie to me.
There's no reason this should take more than half a second at the gun store.
Well, the reason is made up gun control.
Matt Lorette said that he did one on the 17th of March and he just got it today.
That's ridiculous.
His a little bit faster than me, but that's about a month.
Yeah.
Wait, Matt Lorette bought another gun?
I'm assuming he said he just did.
A surprise.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what I've been up to. So I could take the 6.5 because I don't need a registration certificate for it. But all my other cheap and cheerful handguns have to stay safe.
I like that.
I don't know if they're cheerful.
Does
it look cheerful?
It's sparkles.
Not even.
Hearts.
It looks like communist tears.
So the communists start crying. The
that's what I did.
Like, ooh, we have your cash.
Speaking of communism, I ordered some grips for my other one that's got the crappy plastic grips. I ordered some wood laser etched ones from China, and I ordered
laser etched with the hammer and the sickle.
Yeah, I expect for no. They say Sig Sauer on them, so therefore it's a Sig. It increases the value of the handgun.
And I also got etched on them.
Yeah, I think that'll get them executed. And I also got a $10 holster.
Nice.
Which I'll also use.
Nice.
Is that a flip-flop or a cross?
Yeah.
I would love to do that one time. Do the flip-flop holster. Just like stick your gun in there. Covers the trigger.
Covers the trigger. Yeah, you're good. IPSC legal.
You wouldn't want to go to the bathroom.
No. Awesome. All good there, Adriel?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Alrighty, Dave, what have you been up to?
I called dibs on Adriel's Maverick and made Trevor sad, so that was a pretty good week. I enjoyed that.
The opportunity to make me sad brings you joy.
It does.
You're a bastard.
I kind of am, actually. Yeah.
You don't have to take pride in it.
Your tears and anguish sustain me.
Sustain you, yes. Yeah. My anguish. Jesus. Oh, man.
What else did I do? I didn't do any shooting stuff, but I did send out assorted emails to ORA members. Lots of texts and bitching and texts from people going, wait, I'm an extremist now? Sweet. Due to Bill Blair's idiot statement. So
did you... carry on, then I have a question.
So, yes, lots of emails back and forth about that. And attended the ORA AGM. So the Ontario Rifle Association decided to, because we had no shooting last year, if you remember last year, it's $20 for your membership for the year this year. So that was pretty good.
Sounds like the opposite of what I was about to rant about. So gun owners supporting gun owners is so unusual in this community. What you sent out all these assorted emails and texts to the ORA to, share knowledge and try and spread things across the community and stuff. And did you get banned or blocked or anything for any of that?
Blocked from what?
From trying to share information with other gun owners and spread knowledge throughout the community. God damn right I'm going there.
No, I did not, Trevor. What happened to you?
Nothing, but Kelly got banned from a Facebook group from some Saskatchewan hunters. Shit. Which ones are they, Kelly?
We're fine.
We're not fine. This shit has gone on. You can just mute yourself, or you're turning me off or something. Myself. You don't want me to rant about the fact that you got banned, but I'm gonna.
Are you minimizing me?
No, I'm trying to shut you up. So you got another feminist term for it? Let's hear it. Listen. So
marginalization.
Marginalize your yap for a minute.
Is that what you put on the sandwich?
No, it's just so.
Okay, you know what?
That's funny.
Oh God!
Now shut up! I got to tell this story. So one of the things that have always irked me since I've been involved in the firearms community is how we're a bunch of catty, cutthroat, jealous, backstabbing bunch of bastards. And it happened again just recently. Like Kelly's been promoting the hell out of Slamfire Radio on social media to generate interest in episode 400. Now, it's not just about our egos. We share information with the listeners from across Canada, from things that they're doing, things they want us to share. It's not just about what Trevor did this week in guns, which, as we know, is little to nothing as of late. But they banned her, kicked her off of the page. No warning, no message, no nothing. Like, okay, if your Facebook group is just to talk to your members about your stuff, well, you can adjust your settings that way, but you haven't. So that means anybody can post. If you don't like what somebody's posting, gun related or not, be a goddamn man, step up and send a message and say, hey, lay off with the Slamfire stuff. Your podcast sucks and we don't want you to spread it on our webpage. And Kelly be like, cool, man, thanks, no problem. But instead, the chicken shit bastards, instead of reaching out and opening up a dialogue, just like banned her without any communication.
So question on that, Kelly, you said you're good. Did you guys fix that?
No, I'm still banned.
This would be hilarious. Yeah, there you go. Still banned.
But that being said, they don't want promotions. But that being also said,
how do you know they don't want promotions?
Because they actually sent a reason afterwards why they banned me. Mm-hmm. Anyways, but that being said, I can understand that.
But did they unban you?
No. Slamfire is all about, we're trying to spread some information. It's not about self-promotion, although this is the 400th episode. The Slamfire we're trying to actually get some information out there for gun owners everywhere. So I spread the message wide and far and, just...
And it's bad enough the community didn't embrace it and want to support your efforts. But they just said, no posting here for you. without any communication whatsoever. And it's a bullshit chicken shit move.
That's
they
fine.
explained it after the fact. They should have unbanned you. And now you can follow that page and maybe learn some stuff and pick up some things that other people are sharing. But it's like, no, this is why we banned you.
Okay.
And you're still banned.
Okay. It's the 400th episode. Let's be happy about shit instead of.
I can't when this stuff happens.
There's
It's
something wrong on
bullshit.
the internet. Trevor can't be happy about that.
No,
my God.
this shall not pass.
This is a gun show, and the gun community eats their own. And this is why we keep losing in the public and with the government. And
I would say there's far worse examples of the gun show eating our own.
Oh, absolutely.
Our gun
there
rights
are.
are suing each other over logos and then taking
Yep.
hacks at each other at any given
You'll
opportunity.
Exactly.
That's
Wanting
way
to
worse.
see the other group destroyed. Much way worse. But this is just another example that happened recently, and it just triggers me and makes me want to smash the go button. But you're right, Adriel. There's far worse examples. You'll never see one anti-gun group sue another. This is why they're winning. They have a common goal. Take our shit. And they don't care how the other group wants to do it. We shouldn't care how the other group wants to protect our rights, but instead they're suing each other.
Can't sue
This
each
is why
other
we're
because they
gonna
don't
lose.
have any money. How do you sue a group that has no
Well,
money? There's no point.
You know,
Oh.
the point is
Why
they're
don't
not
we?
trying to
why don't we-
eliminate each other.
Why don't we talk about how we can fix this? Why don't we all support each other, share information, and share like things like
Yeah.
Slamfire Radio, whatever podcast is out there. Get on some great guests. Don't sue each other. Don't infringe upon people's ability to participate in different events and try something new. Just don't be dicks. There you
You
go.
know, you met you
Actually, general good life lesson right there
Good
from
life
Kelly.
skills.
Don't be a dick.
now, Kelly. You touched on one that I think that actually one part of this community has been really good at, and that is podcasts.
Yeah, we got
Podcasts
some
as a
great
rule.
ones.
Podcasts as a rule don't crap on each other on the air. I've never heard a pro gun podcast tear up another pro gun podcast on the air.
Yeah.
The occasional little dig from someone who you know personally and you know it's in jest, but like you never heard anybody on Slamfire say, "For the love of God, don't listen to podcast X." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we've
Don't
been
go
good.
listen to the all. Just go and listen to them all. You can pick and choose what you like and you don't like.
Yes, but the point is, I've never heard the shows try and destroy each other.
No.
You know, there's enough listeners to go around. We
Lift
don't have
each other
to.
up. Share
right?
the love.
Exactly. So,
Anyways.
Never do that again, Kelly, please.
yeah, please. But anyway, it
You're
just
lovely.
Hey,
it
Gavin. Share the love.
pisses me off. And if any of those Saskatchewan admins are listening, you need to change your policies because that was some bullshit. Kelly, what did you do besides get kicked off of Facebook groups?
I shared a lot. So this past week, I finally got out of isolation. It was fantastic. Went over to the Kincaid's Ranch and we had barbecue brisket. Kelly's father is teaching Kyle how to do smoked brisket. Oh my God, it was so good. I just ate brisket until it was coming out my ears. Not only did I get to see Kyle and Kelly, but I also got to see some of our other friends, Lori and Robert, who are part of the CCFR. So I got to hang out with them and then also got to chat with Kelly's father, who actually supplies some of the stuff for Project Maple Seed. So I got to meet him in person. It was awesome. And her mom too. So it was nice to meet them. The other thing that I was doing all this week was I had been lining up some guests for upcoming episodes. So I'm super excited about some of the guests that we're having, particularly about mental management and also long range shooting for 22 LLRs. So we got some really good guests coming up. The other thing that I did was I did another update on the CCFR Gunny Girl calendar for 2022, the call out. Deadline is only 15 days away. Get your submissions in. You can message me here, or you can email me at slamfireradio@gmail.com, or you can send me a message on Facebook as well. That's about it. Other than, IPSC, the Black Badge course, I was talking to Armory about some things about that. Oh, and I got another thing that's happening, but I don't really know if, okay. Yeah, maybe. So the ladies from the QSIF women's division, we're going to do a podcast this summer just to, spread the wealth a little bit. So
I don't have enough to
maybe
do.
I'll
That makes
start-
sense.
I know, exactly. I said, is this a one-off or is this like all the time? And they're going, no, it's a one-off. I'm going, thank God, because I can't do it all the time. I'm in. And I
That's what
do-
he said. What?
yeah, and I have one more thing that I'm just currently working on with Kelly. Where it's Kelly Square. We do everything together, so that's coming up soon. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be about, but I take it on something else. So you know what? I can't say no. That's it.
I don't know.
All
You say
that
no to me
spare
a lot.
time.
That's true, but that's you.
All that copious spare time you've got.
Right?
Yeah, from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. Oh boy,
Wide open.
wide open. It's
All
open.
all those 2 hours a day you sleep. I mean, come on, you could cram something in there. Yeah.
Anyways, that's it.
All right, cool. Let's jump into upcoming events then, which is sponsored by Telos Alpha. Telos Alpha is a Canadian digital agency that works exclusively in the firearms vertical. They help with business processes, strategic planning, websites, e-commerce, and battling the stigma the industry carries with banks, merchant processors, and social media. You can learn more about Telos Alpha by going to their website at telosalpha.com. Manitoba, Toba. You ever been to an event with a Manitoba team and they start chanting that? It's pretty infectious. If you are interested in bringing Project Maple Seed event to your range, reach out to your shoot boss, Ryan, at manitoba@mapleseedrifleman.com. Alberta events is Alberta at mapleseedrifleman.com. Ontario at mapleseedrifleman.com. And BC at Mapleseed Rifleman. Guess what?
What?
You guessed it, .com. Yes.
And
So-
Nova Scotia and New Brunswick are stay the hell out of our province.
No,
People
New
see
Brunswick,
rifles.
Brunswick are taking emails too. They're starting to organize events. So, because
Are they?
yeah. So, hey, Adriel, did we shorten New Brunswick to NB?
I was
Or
talking
is
to our guy just
I
the
don't
other
know.
day.
I'll take a look.
New Brunswick. I think it is
You
New
should.
Brunswick at mapleseedrifleman.com. We have our season up and running. A lot of people, I got so many emails this last week. I've been spending more time on emails than actually doing events and different things. A lot of people are asking about some of the events that we're posting. We're posting events when they become available. Some of them have sold out within our membership. So membership does have its privileges, but other things. So if it's a public event and there's spaces available, get in there. Right now, we're limiting space because of COVID. And if COVID restrictions open
Because
up,
of COVID or because of restrictive government policies about the flu?
exactly. So if
Policies. I think the ones after say June will open right up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
at least in Alberta here, they're saying everyone who wants a vaccine can get one by the end of June. As soon as I get vaccinated,
The vaccine.
I am just doing whatever the F I want.
Well, according to anyway, no, not doing it. Don't care. All right. CCFR Legal Challenge fundraiser. Before we talk about this, I have to read you a message I received today from the owner of DC Armory. It says, I'm getting messages about a contest to win a Grey Birch 1022 receiver. Apparently, it was said on Slamfire Radio that I'm having a contest. What can you tell me about this?
Come on, you need to say it in the accent.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Actually. So I replied and said, well, my friend, I don't know what to tell you, but maybe I think you should probably talk to Kelly.
You have been voluntold by Kelly.
so,
Yeah.
and then Kelly goes back to Denis and says, apparently Trevor wasn't talking to you. Here's the details. And I sent him the information.
When I
So-
sign off, I check out. so whatever deals, it's like, listen, if we're drinking and drunk
Oh,
Trevor,
God.
if we're drinking and drunk Trevor does something you don't like, well, guess what? Saturday morning, sober Trevor doesn't want to hear it. You're going to have to wait about 6 more hours to talk to drunk Trevor. You take it up with him then. All right. It's not the sober Trevor problem. Podcast Trevor may have made a deal for Denis. Teacher Trevor forgot all about it. So Denis needs to contact me right now during podcast Trevor, who also might happen to be drunk Trevor, and we'll sort it out. Either way, I'm still going to say contact Kelly. So
It seems to me
Yeah.
that Denis should just listen to the show more often, and then he'd know what he's been voluntold for.
Ultimately,
This
is
isn't really
Denis.
Kelly's problem either. This is a Denis problem.
This is a Denis problem. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is Denis'
Yeah,
fault.
100%.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah,
You're
there,
welcome.
Denis, stop your whining and do what you're told. Listen to the
So
show.
I forwarded it on to Denis, and I even created a nice, beautiful document that he can print out and put it there. But I did
Oh,
put
nice.
it back. I put it back on Trevor, saying Trevor's got to manage this and go in, and people actually, if they're going to donate cash, he needs to be able to manage
Oh,
that.
I hope I
Make
can
sure
get in
you-
there soon.
Make sure you take their names and their contact info, because right now, odds are pretty good. Just saying.
Yeah, right? Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the let me actually do this now that we've made fun of everybody except for like Dave. So CCFR Legal Challenge Fundraiser. Here's a couple of ways to win a Grey Birch Solutions limited edition CCFR engraved CLR receiver. 1. Make a donation to the CCFR Legal Challenge through their website. Send us a photo of the donation, or visit our sponsor, Armory DC Gunsmith, and make a donation. Our thanks goes out to Grey Birch Solutions for donating these receivers and supporting our community and the CCFR. Our thanks go to the CCFR for taking on this legal challenge and supporting firearm owners in Canada. The draw date is the 27th of May. And so far, we've got some people ponying up. Josh V, 100 bones. Anthony N, 300 bones. And Cole M, 5 buckaroonies. Thank you, guys. Every donation counts because monumental task we're engaged in. So, all right. Anything else before I move on to this next part? Okay. Slamfire Radio. Oh, no. That's French for announcement, Dave. Do you have a face for radio? Are you willing to work for scale? Well, we're looking for a part-time host, specifically someone who can fill in when one of us cannot make it. We're hoping for someone who will round out or complement the rest of us and our disciplines. If you're interested, here's what we would like you to do. Submit a voice message and a brief bio about yourself and why we should pick you. You can send the message and bio to slamfireradio@gmail.com or Facebook. Deadline for submissions, 15 days from now, April 30th. I'm not saying you got a lot of competition, but Gallon wants the job. So there's that.
He tells better stories than most of you out there.
Yeah, but we're not allowed to have them with our explicit warning.
Patreon. We will rejuvenate our Patreon.
I gotta put the explicit tag on all episodes.
Right. Sign up for Patreon so you can hear story time with Gallon.
Rated G for Gallon.
Yeah.
So can we stop for just a second? Doug Roddenbush wants to know if he gets entries for each donation to the CCFR challenge. Yeah, you do. Every time you donate, but don't do $1 and then another $1.
I was going to donate $100 anyway.
And if
No,
you
man,
need
you can't. You just said yes, and then you said
and
no.
if you need to know why, go back to about 15 minutes ago when I said don't be a dick. Okay.
Hashtag don't be.
Hey,
a dick.
are you logging how much they're donating?
Yeah.
Okay. I will weight it based on how much you've donated. Then it doesn't matter how many times you've donated. Just matters
There
the
you
amount.
go. Yeah, see, you can't screw the system. Adriel is the system.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry,
Pure
Doug.
capitalism.
No being
Pay
a
to
dick.
play.
You think you're a dick? Well, we have an Adriel.
It's true, we do.
Yeah.
Adriel's not a dick though. Adriel's probably the least dickish of all of us, and I'm a girl.
Thanks for identifying as a girl. Would you like to tell us what your pronouns are now?
Doesn't mean
We
you
can-
can't be a dick.
Right? I know a lot of chicks that are dicks.
Yep, it's 2020.
Some
Or 2021.
a chick with a dick because it kind of.
I was going there too, Trevor.
All
Yeah.
right, good.
Yeah. No.
And I'm okay
Isn't
with
that
it.
the Dixie chicks? The Dick chicks. Yeah. Okay.
Don't hurt yourself. Are you done?
Stretching a bit there. You're
Yep.
okay? You worked out?
Okay, Dave, stop cooperating with him.
I'm going to put you two each in your own corner. All right.
Adriel's on my side.
Adriel.
I'm in this
He is on
corner.
your side of my camera, actually. He's far right, and you're sort of in the middle with Trevor, and then I'm at the left.
Did you guys know that we're a brand ambassador for Bolt Action Coffee? The coffee is roasted in small batches and is quite honestly some of the best coffee you can get your hands on. Send it to your house by going to www.boltactioncoffee.com. Discount code SLAMFIRE. Yeah. And they are the sponsor for New Gun Stuff. Adriel, take it away.
Huh?
Jared 180, J180. Does this come with a sub? Like, will I get Subway sandwiches if I get a Jared 180? How's this work?
How old are you?
Oh my God.
Younger than you.
Don't go there.
Well, then you're in trouble.
No, shoot. I am a target in this audience.
I can't remember if I talked about these last week or not.
You sent us something in our chat there, but I don't know if you talked about it on the show.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Jard, they make that wacky looking 9mm, the boxy looking one. And they also make like
it's pronounced Jard, not Jared. Oh, okay.
Anyways, they're making a 180. It's the takedown on it's kind of weird. It's like the Maple Ridge Armory style rather than like a hinge open style.
Okay.
So that's a thing. It would be nice to get another 180. I don't know yet. They have a non-restricted FRT, so they can start selling them here. So I would like to see them here, but I imagine they're going to be selling them in the US as well because the US market is insatiable as of late as in the last 2 years. And I don't know when we'll be able to get any, but when we do, they're non-restricted.
Yep. So they'll sell like hotcakes.
They're not Canadian made. I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
No.
Did you?
Nope. Jard is US.
And Jard is going to make a 180. Why would the American company bother making a 180? I wonder.
Why'd Brownells make a 180?
Yeah, I like the look of the.
Well, they
Brownells
got
ones.
the pistol because they don't have a buffer tube. You can do a pistol with them fairly easily. So that's one reason. I don't know. That's it for me. It's another 180.
That's some pretty good logic. Okay, and now are you going to tell us a bit more about the Benelli Nova Speed? That's new.
No.
That
You stole my thunder. You stole my thunder
all
on
right,
it.
sorry.
We've already talked about.
I did not check the new gun section when I did the sponsorship section.
You got it's a 2-for-1. 2 birds with one Benelli.
All right. What's True North Arms up to then?
They got a bunch of stuff for the 180s now, which are actually there's a couple of parts in here that haven't been available aftermarket. Anti-walk pins. So like they've got a weird width, right? Both the WSMCR and the WK180, they're a little bit wider, so you need different trigger pins. So most people have just been using the ones they come with. You lose those, you gotta get them from the manufacturer or something. True North Arms has some. They're anti-walk, so that's nice. That's not something that's been available. They're also selling external bolt releases. And those external bolt releases are relieved for the trigger packs. So if you get a WK180 and you want to put a trigger pack in there, you can, but then you got to like get your file out and file away at the bolt release because it's got this little spot that'll engage. These ones already come pre-relieved, which is kind of nice. And they've also got some slot covers. So if you run your charging handle on the right-hand side, and you want to cover up the slot on the left or vice versa, you can do that kind of thing. Kind of nice. And then, I totally didn't bring this up. G4C, they've got a great deal on Shadow ones. Let me just show what they've got here.
What the heck?
That is sexy.
They're out of stock already? I'm too late. I hate when this happens.
So you need to buy really cheap pistols and then one of these and compare them.
And then one of those. It's for our audio listeners. It's a CZ75 SPO1 Shadow 9mm. It says engraved, and I guess that makes it expensive.
It's sure engraved. Yep. And what's the price on this, Adriel?
It's $11,000, give or take $1.
I'm sorry, how much?
11,000.
What was it?
Not 1,100. 11,000.
No, not 1,100. 11 of the thousands. You take 1,000, and you add 10 more to it, and that's the price of this gun.
But you see, when I look at this, I'm thinking that Nicaraguan drug lords can probably afford that.
Yeah.
And this is the only person who really should have it.
I think so. And Elvis. Maybe Elvis.
Strong Elvis vibes off this one. Use it to turn off your TV.
Why not a Shadow 1? Why not a Shadow 2? Are they still producing the Shadow 1, I wonder?
Yeah.
Anyway, it's ridiculous.
They're still producing them.
Weird. It's absurd.
So one of our listeners should go buy one of those and then send it to Adriel so he can review it.
Yeah, it's maybe on the opposite end of the spectrum of what he's currently working with.
I'll compete.
It's a Shadow one,
that
which
one
is
versus the Nork, head to head.
So you take an old design that's now obsolete. You put a bunch of flowery, viney carvings on it, and you
put an extra $10,000 on it, and it's
wait. Well, I could get the Dremel, and I could Dremel this thing, and then compare.
How do you think they did it?
Electro pencil,
right?
No, I'll just Dremel with a little diamond tip.
Dremel it.
Yeah, I'll just Dremel the shit out of it. Put a little like swoops and whatever in there. Yeah,
polish it up.
You'll let the man remember it was made. You'll basically introduce COVID and cancer right into your lungs. How'd you get it? I inhaled NP22 dust while trying to make it worth $8 more. With my
it actually lost its value.
It's impossible. Oh goodness. All right, cool. Well, let's wrap that segment up then and jump into our main topic. So our main topic is us talking about the fact that, Slamfire Radio has made it to 400 episodes when a lot of people didn't think we'd make it past 4, actually. But where's that guy now, bitter and in Ontario and not podcasting? So screw that guy. Anyway, at what point, Adriel, are we going to do the audio clips? Is that going to be during listener feedback, or are we going to do that here?
When do you want to do them?
Probably the main topic is about 400, so I don't know.
Let's
6 to 1.
Let's sprinkle them through.
Sprinkle them through. Okay.
Just
Are you gonna
dust.
Are you gonna play them on demand here, Adriel, or splice them in later?
I think I need to. No, let's play them on demand.
Okay.
Can I just play them all one after another though? Because then
let's do it during listener feedback then.
Okay.
All right. So for the main topic, we decided that we would share some of our favorite memories from the past 400 episodes. I realized that 3 or 4 of my memories actually predate Slamfire, so I just took them out. But I kept three pretty good ones in there. So, but I'm not going to go first. I'm going to ask Adriel to take it away. So, Adriel, what's some of the things that stick out in your mind from the past 400 episodes?
I had a lot of fun doing the fake Trevor and Matthew episode where I spliced in a bunch of audio of you guys saying things that you said at one point. But basically I just put a bunch of dead air in where I'd ask you guys questions and then afterwards go and splice in the answer myself. And you guys said some.
It was amazing. How much time did it take to produce that episode?
Yeah, that was a good 2-3 hours because I had to comb through old episodes to find the right audio clips, and that took the most time.
Oh, that was good.
It was good. That's a classic thing to do. It's like the time on The Simpsons when they showed that interview with Homer where they did all the editing and the clock on the wall kept changing.
Yeah.
It's that kind of editing technique. Yeah. Adriel basically has taught the world that he can make you say anything if you've ever been near him when he has a recording device.
Yeah, don't give Adriel any audio.
No, exactly. Yeah. So, okay. You don't happen to remember what number that was or when you put that out in case some new listeners want to go back and hear that foolishness, do you?
If I would have been thinking and if I would have been thoughtful, I would have wrote it down right there so I could have mentioned it.
Yeah. So now you're not the least of the dicks. No, I'm not neither. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So in typical Slamfire fashion, screw you, listeners.
Figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah, work it out. This amazing thing that Adriel did that we all enjoyed, we can't help you find it.
I'll try to find it.
You're gonna have to edit that in and insert your name into this episode.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, 400 episodes. That's the only thing you wrote down. Fantastic. But so your most memorable thing in the past 400 was something that you did that was epic. Good for you.
And you guys weren't on.
Right? Yeah. It's all about me, bitches.
All about Adriel.
My favorite episode in 400 was the time you two jerks weren't there. Oh, sweet. Awesome. All right, cool. Anything else before we go on to the number one lady in podcasting?
No, let's go on to Kelly.
All right,
Yeah,
Kelly.
that's not me.
Yeah, it is you.
Yeah, it is.
All right,
Okay,
Kelly. 400
so-
episodes.
And most
So
modest.
in the 400 episodes, some of my most favorite times are prior to me coming on the show. I used to send in emails to Trevor, and you guys used to read them. And I used to tell you that I would fall asleep on Thursday nights to Trevor talking in my ear. It was weird. Anyways,
That is weird.
so
He's not the only one, though. I'm not gonna lie, but anyway.
so you all started every single Thursday night saying good night, Kelly, and it was my favorite time of the week. You guys would actually say good night to me. So, and then not only you guys started doing it,
Other
then
shows.
the other shows started doing it, and listeners started doing it, and it was awesome. I really, really, and look forward to.
We can kill a thing. We can beat it to death. That's
I know.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay. So, once I came on, one of my favorite things to do was, or one of my favorite episodes is what Trevor was talking about previously, where he shaved his legs live on air. And the reason is because we raised some money for a great cause. But not only that, it showed me that I had a lot of influence over Trevor and anything that he did, because I promised him, and he's cheap, by the way, too, because I promised him an X22 Hunter stock for his 1022, which he values and will never sell. And
Because he values your friendship.
I know.
It's a symbol. It's a symbol of your friendship.
Yeah.
He would never sell it for money.
He would never sell it for money.
Priceless.
And
To
Also-
spend on toy cars. I would never do that.
oh my God, my heart.
No.
You've broken my heart.
That moment also proved that Trevor looks almost as good in stockings, but we won't get into that part.
How long did it take you to grow back that hair, by the way?
Oh, months. By the time summer rolled around, like I had stubble. It was weird.
Oh, nice. And then it's touching your pants.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's why you were short.
Kelly, this is actually an awesome memory for me too. So before you move on to your next one, give me a second.
Oh, come on. Okay, talk about it, because I am ready
you're good
to
with
go
that?
on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So during that episode, I was yakking about Miss September and oh my Jesus, how amazingly hot she was and gorgeous. And I professed my on-air love and crush for Miss September. Before the show was even
Probably has a
over-
name.
Yes, she does have a name, but that's
She's amazing,
Wait.
by the way.
wait for
Okay.
it, Dave.
Okay.
Before the show was even over, I got a friend request from Miss September.
She was watching.
Yeah, she was watching. Well, here's the thing. I had my months mixed up. I was going on and on about this chick that I had fallen in love with in the calendar,
Check. Go ahead.
who was actually December. But for some reason, I had said September, and all the while, Miss September's watching the show and then sends me a friend request.
But you love her.
Well, to my surprise, she was way hotter and way cooler, and I met them both. And
Miss December was pretty hot too.
she's not hotter than Yolanda.
No, Yolanda is.
I mean, I will
freaking amazing.
fight you right now through the internet.
I'll send you pictures of me and Miss December in bed together.
Deposit to Spank Bank
Well,
check. Thank you, Kelly.
Kidding. Not really. Okay.
I'm kidding. Not really.
calendar just sold a lot more copies for 2022.
So then I'm in Calgary.
He's totally doesn't know what to say now. Go ahead.
Where am I? I'm in Edmonton. What time is it? So I'm somewhere. I can't even. Anyway, well, Miss September knows I'm in town. She drove 3 hours to come hang out with us and introduce herself. And and then of course it was all totally reconfirmed, smoking hot, super athletic, strawberry redhead, driving a blue Camaro, pulls up. Oh my God. I thought I was going to get divorced, but she wouldn't have me. So it all worked out in the end, I guess. But anyway, it was, I think 2 years went by. We were chatting on the phone one day for something. And I was like, I have to make a confession. And I told him the story about how I had her and December confused. That's definitely one of my favorite memories of episode 400 was meeting Yolanda at a pub night that we had when we were in Calgary, Edmonton. I can't remember. We were probably in Edmonton, weren't we, Adriel?
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
you're probably in
anyway.
Edmonton, not Edmundston. Edmundston, I don't think she lives.
Oh, right. No one wants to go to Edmundston. I'll tell you that right now.
COVID capital of New Brunswick.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so,
Mr. Claire.
so yeah, all things Yolanda. Yeah. All right, your next one.
Are you done making it all about you?
Your next one.
Okay, so
Tell me about this time you were in bed with Danielle.
Okay, so I have a couple of guests that I really, really enjoyed. One was Keith Garcia. One, because he's a god, but not only that, I asked him about, shooting with Keanu Reeves. But anyways, the other one that I enjoyed was one that we just did last week. Christopher Golden. I love that we're branching out, but not only that, he was such a good guest.
His name is Epstein, by the way.
Okay,
I don't know if did you hear that story?
No. Do we want to make it all about you again?
You tell your Christopher Golden story, and I'll tell you why his name's Epstein. Maybe if you're lucky. You're a little saucy right now, so I think you don't deserve it.
Himself.
So Christopher Golden,
Epstein.
I love the fact that our community is so small, and again, it's 6 degrees of Trevor Bacon, so that he's one of my all-time favorite guys. He just loved talking about something he's so passionate about.
His eyes lit up. I love seeing that.
Yep. So that's me. Those are some of my favorites. That and having the ladies on. But yeah, that's about it.
Awesome.
Okay, now, do you want to talk about Epstein?
No, Epstein. So
okay, Steinstein.
Jewish listeners screaming at the radio.
Only Kelly will remember this, given her the era in which she watched television. There used to be a TV show called Welcome Back, Kotter. Dave, I know you know this show. And Kotter had a class of students referred to affectionately as the Sweat Hogs. And there was one particular sweat hog by the name of Epstein who was constantly asking questions, constantly. And, Mr. Kata, Mr. Kata, pick me. And he was that guy, right? And we named Christopher, me and his father. I'm not sure which of us came up with it, but anyway, it started when he was like 12, because everywhere we would go, if we were doing a coaching session or a clinic, anything archery related, the boy wouldn't shut up, and it was constantly with the questions. So one of us came up with the nickname Epstein, and it stuck. Even other archers would start to call him Epstein. Yeah. So
means something else
such
now.
a good man. Huh?
Means something else now. Epstein?
Yeah, sure does. Yeah. So Epstein, if you're listening, don't kill yourself.
I thought that's where you were going with that joke. Actually, that's the first spot I went, because he's not
for
dead.
Sure. No, this was before Jeffrey Epstein was taking everybody to Whore Island.
Oh my God.
I like that. I haven't heard that one before.
Which one? The Whore Island?
Yeah, Whore Island. No, that's new.
They weren't whores. They were minors. It's unfair to call them whores. Victim Island. Yeah.
There you go. Now we don't get banned.
Bill Clinton flew with Jeffrey Epstein 26 times in 1 year. I haven't spoken to my mother 26 times in my life. Like, how do you do 26? How do you fly with Jeffrey Epstein 26 times and not go to Victim Island? I don't. Anyway.
Okay. Can we bring it back? Circle back.
No. You go back to not being the lead host. Dave.
And when Trevor is killed tomorrow, we'll know what happened.
He suicided himself.
Yeah.
Two shots in the back of the head. Suicide.
Hillary will give the suicide hotline a call and make a request.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyway, Dave.
My favorite time in all of the time we've been together is every time we've gotten to record in person together, when we've actually been in a hotel room or a B&B or sitting at the range or wherever we've been, and we've actually recorded in person. Like the first episode I was ever on was when I randomly showed up and Trevor gave me my nickname, New Brunswick. Yeah, I got out of a car with Bolivar and a couple other people, and Trevor said, "Who the hell is this guy?"
No, who is this guy?
Brad said some random guy we picked up at the road, and I said, "Hi, I'm Dave," and Trevor said, "Hi, random Dave." So there you go.
That's how you came up with your nickname.
Yeah. And then that night we were sitting up in Trevor's next to Trevor's gun room on the sofas and recording Slimefire. They're like, "You want to be on?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?"
Showed up randomly to the podcast. Yeah, no, it was awesome. Yeah. Oh, you're right. And Dave, one of the things that made the gun dudes so successful for all those years, they always met in person to record, and the vibe and the banter just comes across so much better when everybody's in the same room. I feel anyway.
Yeah, it does, right? Because you're playing off each other and you got stuff going on and throwing things at each other.
Yeah, most with those guys usually it's guns. Like, here, check out my new Glock 19 and whip it across the table.
Yeah, it's great to be. I mean, this is so much fun, but I was so looking forward to coming out to New Brunswick this year and getting to record with everybody in person. I was so excited about that. So soon we will record together again.
Yes, we'll get back to the real normal, not the new normal.
Yep, exactly. So looking forward to seeing you guys again. Part 2, my second favorite thing about the episode was about the 400 was last week with Kelly and Trevor Bacon, because I freaking love that. So I actually had to go for a walk and think about it. When I said I was going for a walk today to think about it yesterday, I actually did go for a walk for like half an hour and just thought about it. So I was trying to work it out. So Trevor, all of us know Trevor. So we're 1 degree. Tracy and Rod from the CCFR know Trevor. So they're 1 degree. Bill Blair was a jerk to both Tracy and Rod in person a couple of years ago. So Bill Blair is 2 degrees of bacon separation from Trevor. Justin Trudeau knows Bill, so he's 3 degrees. Justin Trudeau has met Donald Trump. Plus, he has gone to these world leader conventions where, he probably sat at the little kids' table, but nonetheless, he went and he would have met many of the world's leaders, probably most of them. They would be 4 degrees of separation from Trevor. Most people in the world probably know one of those people in one way or another. So that means that virtually the entire world is 5 degrees of separation from Trevor Bacon.
Now his head's like, it's not going to get through the door.
Right? Right?
Well, Rod and Tracy know all of you as well.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. And everyone that they know is then 2 degrees, and they know a lot of people, and we know a lot of people, and we have a lot of listeners. So all the listeners are 1 degree of separation as well. So you are pretty much within 5 degrees of everyone on planet Earth.
The extremist community is pretty tight.
It is true. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
To all of our RCMP listeners, not actual extremists. It's intended for entertainment purposes only.
Yes.
Hashtag non-extremists.
Hey, Trevor, what's your favorite moments?
Very, very early on, we reached out to the actual podfather, Doc Wesson. So Doc Wesson from the Gun Nation podcast, one of the earliest pro-gun podcasts in existence. And Doc is just phenomenal. Fantastic guy. And I wanted him on the show really bad. While he's on the show, I don't know how the internet works or stuff or things. And we're doing I don't even know what version of software we were using, but I was typing to Matthew and Owen while Doc was talking. I was nerding out going, oh my God, Doc Wesson is on our show right now. It's the Doc Wesson. And Owen just chimes into the chat and goes, he's in here too when he's reading this, right?
You're being a little nerd fanboy.
That's probably a Skype call back then.
I don't think it was. I don't even know. It probably was.
It probably was.
Yeah. So, and then probably my all-time favorite guest was when we had Masada Yub on.
Yeah.
And
he was good.
Yeah. That was something else. It was one of the highlights of podcasting for me was when we had Mass on, and
He's such a nice guy.
He's such a nice guy, and he has just a wealth of knowledge, and a lot of what he knows applies to Canadian firearms law as well. And we were reminiscing about Mag 40 and stuff. And I had some Mag 40 stuff in here too, but that actually predates Slamfire. That was in the Canadian Reload Radio days. So, and then of course Steve Lee. We got to know Steve Lee back in Canadian Reload Radio because Matthew wanted to use one of his songs in the video, and he asked him permission. And Steve's like, you know what, mate? People steal my music all the time and never ask. And you may be one of the only persons ever asked permission. So you got carte blanche, man. Use my music for whatever you want, for as long as you want. And so we were using it on Canadian Reload Radio. And then we continued to use it and still use it to this day on Slamfire Radio. I reached out to Steve, hoping we could reconnect for episode 400 in some way. Unfortunately, I didn't hear back from him. I hope all is well. As we know, Australia has gone through some really stringent gun control and stuff. And Steve was targeted because he's so vocal and so outspoken and an advocate and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I don't know where he's at with all of that or his music career, but he came over here at least twice, stayed in my home, and we took him hunting and we took him shooting, and just a fantastic human being. I've only met a handful of Aussies, but I loved every one of them. They're just amazing people. So this podcast has given all of us so many amazing opportunities to meet so many amazing, hardworking, incredible people, not just smoking hot redheads. I mean, people from all ages, all walks of life, all sharing that same passion and love for freedom and guns and competition and being united as a community. It's been a life altering experience podcasting on this show alone for 400 episodes. Never mind the other shows that I've been on, either as a host or a guest. Like, we're so fortunate. The listeners, like, we only do it week after week because you guys take the trouble to tune in and support us and cheer us on and keep us going and enjoy the content. Otherwise, I mean, to be honest, I'd get together with these three knuckleheads every week just to hear them talk anyway. But if we can record something decent, put it out for you guys, educate and entertain, all the better. But
kind of like watching a car crash, I think, where you just can't look away as you drive by, but you're interested, you're listening, plus education. Yeah. So it's like a school bus crash.
Oh my goodness. And on that disappointment, let's move into listener feedback. Listener feedback is sponsored by our dear friend Denis, owner of Armory DC Gunsmith. Apparently he's running a contest where you can win a 1022 receiver. You should reach out.
Amazing. Thanks, Denis.
Yeah, he just keeps giving to the community. So awesome. Armory DC Gunsmith is a full-service gunsmith who specializes in firearms refinishing. He offers hot blowing, parkerizing, Cerakote finishes, as well as wood and steel refinishing. Check out his online inventory of new and used guns, firearms, accessories, optics, and more at dcgunsmith.ca. You can follow him on the Facebooks and on the Instagrams. So, Adriel, you're going to kick us off by maybe playing some of the audio messages that we received?
I shall try. And
all right.
You guys will let me know.
Trying isn't doing.
Share sound. Yes, share sound is what we will do. I'm going to try the first one. You let me know if you can hear anything.
Hey, Slamfire crew. Congratulations on 400 episodes. I find it amazing and can't believe you guys have put up with each other for that long. I mean, that alone is an accomplishment to be proud of. From the different host characters, the interesting guests, and the wide variety of topics. Oh, let's not forget the banter, aka bickering back and forth. You have built a show that, in my opinion, is a leading gun podcast in Canada. My favorite episode? I can't really say. I mean, there's 400 of them. But I can say that every Thursday, Slamfire puts the cherry on top. Here's to you and another 400. Cheers.
Aw.
Sweet. Thank you,
thanks,
Kyle.
That's
like
Kyle
it,
Warner.
Yeah.
He listens
Awesome.
every week. Go and listen to his Asylum podcast.
All right, next one here.
Appreciate you using Audacity, Adriel. It's awesome.
You like it? That's how I edit the show.
Yeah.
Hey guys, Ian from both CPPs here, Canadian Prepper Podcast and Canadian Patriot Podcast. I thought I'd take a break from puttering around the Doomstead here and chime in for episode 400.
Doomstead.
Hard to believe how time flies. Congrats on reaching this milestone, guys. I've always really enjoyed listening to you guys discuss whatever I guess has been a lifetime interest for me, starting with the Miners FAC at age 15 when I lived in rural Alberta. I still have my Canadian Reload Radio t-shirt too, Trevor. The shooting sports have never not been under attack, yet you guys have managed to keep an energetic spin on things, despite the roller coaster ride of constantly changing firearms laws, the lack of political support, and, well, public apathy. Trevor, Kelly, and Adriel, you guys have a synergy that's not only enjoyable to listen to, but also manages to educate us and also encourage the sport. Well done, guys. Here's to another 100. Now, being Canadian, I have to say sorry in advance, but now I feel obligated to play the hang-up game on you, Trevor.
Oh, dude.
On air hang up.
Sweet.
Another amazing guy that I wouldn't have met without the podcast.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Holy
it's
yeah.
awesome.
All right, next one from
Thanks, Ian.
Mr. Brian.
Hey, Slamfire Gang. It's Brian the Ruiner here. You know, they
Means
say
everything.
that all good things must come to an end. And here's Slamfire Radio. 400 episodes, still going strong with no end in sight. I'll let you draw your own conclusions. But seriously, gang, I do wish you continued success and another 400 episodes of fun chatter about all things gun-related in the Canadian community. And for you and all the listeners, please remember, shoot safe, shoot straight, and shoot often.
It's important to note that Brian was a host for a period of time. He was on for a fairly regular basis with us for a while. Yeah. So he contributed in a very meaningful, positive way. And we would be remiss if we did not acknowledge his contribution to the show.
Ran his own podcast for a while too, Canadian Service Conditions, and then he was on Modern Rifleman Radio.
His co-hosts, though, were one fellow was short and sketchy, the other fellow was tall and old.
True. Still look younger than Trevor, though. So,
I don't know.
It was a good
Good
podcast.
show. It was a good
I
show.
it was
listened
a
to
good
them
show.
too.
Next one's from Rick Woods.
Hey, Slamfire, Rick here from Bullseye North. Just wanted to say congratulations on making 400 podcasts. You guys should all be proud of your accomplishment. What a great adventure your journey has taken all of you on. You all inspire, educate, and bring forward what is most important in shooting, having fun. I do miss Owen and Matt, but Kelly and Adriel and all your special guests have filled their places perfectly. From the beginning at Canadian Reload Radio and every episode since, you have changed my life. Some of my highlights are training with Daniel Shaw and Tom Nelson, plus the good times at Trevor's house after each event. The charity shoots have always been spectacular as well. Special thanks to Trevor about talking about Mag 40. He inspired me to travel to Florida and train with Masad Ayub, one of the highlights of my life. And most recently, Maple Seed, thanks to Kelly and her crew. Please never stop doing all that you do, because what you guys do have a huge impact on people's lives. Tango Yankee.
Cool. Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Another stellar human being.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got Mike Iceland here.
Hello from the Reloading Podcast. Congratulations, gang, on 400 episodes. But holy cow, who's really put up with Trevor for that long? Speaking of that long, we're going to go in the Wayback Machine and say, good night, Kelly.
That was compact.
I used to be on his. I used to be on his show. What do you? Oh man. Oh, he's an RC, by the way.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Okay, good.
Next up, we got Phil.
Hi, I'm Filthy and you're not. I want to say congratulations to Slamfire Radio on 400 episodes. That's pretty amazing. Dave and Kelly and Adriel, as the current hosts, I really want to thank you for all the work you put in. But let's not forget the former hosts, Trevor and Matthew and the guy who grew green beans and stuff. Anyway, all the best to you guys. Take care. The Empire rocks.
Thanks, Phil.
Bean
Trevor
beans.
Trevor is my favorite guest on the show.
Yes, he is.
All right, next one's from Jeff Reese.
Hey Slamfire, CSC Jeff here on the occasion of your 400th podcast. If the audio sounds off, it's because I'm recording this from the toilet, which is where my advertising money goes for being part of this dumpster fire of a podcast. And Trevor, stop being poor. Buy some guns, for God's sake. Congratulations, guys. Bye.
Jeff
Thank
would
you,
call
Jeff.
me on the regular and be like, "This is what I got. Should I just send it? What are we doing?" And almost always the answer was, "Yeah, send it." And we'll settle up tomorrow. And now he calls me and like, "Dude, I got a tuition payment. I can't." And he hasn't called me in months. He's giving
Buying
up
toy cars. He's just going to get into toy cars so he doesn't go bankrupt.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll just get him into bankruptcy. The next one I've got here is from Chris Kimball.
Hey, this is Chris from the First Focal Plane podcast. On behalf of Sean, Rooster, and I, happy 400th episode to Slamfire Radio. Keep your powder dry, and here's to 400 more. And don't forget, it's time to get a gun.
Not bad.
That was a good ending. Yeah.
Can't believe it's been like 100 episodes already since Christopher Anderson was on here crying about a van or something. Time flies, man.
Hey, hey, is that the end of audio? I thought we had one from Sean as well.
Is it on email?
No, it's through.
Oh, you had one job.
I had one job, and where? Tell me where.
Remember, it's in Facebook Messenger. He sent it to both of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
one job.
Oh
One
yeah.
job.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
Anyways.
Oh wait. Oh wait. Okay.
Okay.
We got video too. Wait. Let's
Oh.
get that there. Let's pause that there. Let's share with audio. That one. Yay! Thank you, Kelly.
You're welcome.
Here from the First Focal Plane podcast. Just wanted to wish you guys a happy 400 episodes. It's quite an achievement to make, and I know the work that goes into it. So thank you. You guys are definitely an inspiration to me for starting my show, First Focal Plane podcast, and just wanted to congratulate you. 400 episodes. Keep up the good work. Thanks, guys. Except you, Trevor.
That's a good way to end.
Yes. Let's end on a positive note. Except for
A
you.
lot of gray hair now, I notice.
Yeah.
Wasn't going to say anything, but now I feel like I need to.
Just gotta mention that.
Thanks again, everyone, for taking the time to send us an audio recording. That was awesome. There are two people missing this evening. We reached out. We tried to connect. Unfortunately, they both had prior engagements they couldn't get out of. And that's obviously McClatchy and Owen.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously they send their best to you guys. Would have been awesome to have them on, but it is what it is, man. But we can't not acknowledge my two fellow co-founders. So anyway,
I'm on for 500, right?
Yeah, well, I made the suggestion, so we'll see what excuse they come up with then.
Well, I don't have an excuse. I mean, we can easily map that out, how many weeks that's going to be and when that's going to happen, and they just need to book it now.
2.5 years.
You're not
They got
kidding.
2.5 years.
Yep.
There you go.
No excuses.
Yeah. So
Okay.
very good. All right. Are we ready to jump into emails then?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do that.
The first one comes to us from Josh V. My favorite episode was number 342, called Cerakote, from early 2020. It was the first firearms podcast I ever listened to. Right around that time, my shooting frequency increased dramatically. It grew from shooting a few rounds per year at ducks and deer to shooting thousands and thousands of rounds as a hobby. 19,000 rounds between August and December. I started to keep track. Yeah, that's
a lot.
That's a meaty number. Yep. Meeting Kelly and listening to Slamfire really sped up my learning curve. When Adriel speaks, I listen. Few have as much firearm knowledge as the host of your show. Now, I'm a beta tester for a firearms manufacturer. I have many close ties with people in the shooting community and a strengthened political viewpoint. Slamfire has truthfully played a major role in my growth. Thank you all, and congrats on 400. And obviously, I donated to the CCFR to support the cause. And winning a G and B receiver would be a huge bonus. Receipt attached. Josh. Awesome, Josh.
Nice. Thanks, Josh.
Great.
That made me think about something too. Everyone should, because it's the 400th episode, everyone should donate $400 to the CCFR or 400 pesos, whatever.
40.
Or 40.
Yeah.
40. I don't know what
reasonable.
Trevor's doing right now. He's like devil horning or something.
We have about 40 people watching
2 and
right
2
now.
is 4.
2 and 2. Oh, I thought you were doing devil horns.
Well, whichever.
Okay. Yeah. Go donate $40 to the CCFR. That would be awesome.
I don't like the way Kelly got you to dial that back. I think this 400 was
I think there's.
you folded like a cheap
reasonable.
shirt
Cheap
or
suit.
whatever. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
I think that we're going to be able to achieve more with volume as opposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$401 is better than $140.
Yes.
All right. Kelly, I'll let you take this one from Spencer. I know how much you like to read
I
his
love
emails, and
reading
this one you can
Spencer.
handle. Yeah.
Yeah, I love reading Spencer's emails. It says, I had a whole thing written up, but there's a deck, a cigar, and a bourbon calling my name, so I'll keep it short. Congratulations to all the hosts, present and past, who made this show such a success. Hopefully you've have many more left in you guys. Spencer from Smyrna.
Ah, yes. That goes way back, man. I've been reading Spencer's emails or listening to them since back in Canadian Reload Radio.
That is the shortest thing he's ever written.
Yeah.
That's the most grammatically correct.
No, Spencer usually.
No,
pretty good.
he's good. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's been a long time contributor. Like I said, he's been listening and contributing photos and emails going back to Canadian Reload Radio.
Yeah,
So
wow.
He's been with us forever. Longer than me.
You know, like when did Joe Rogan start? 2009? And Canadian Reload Radio started in what, 2010 or 2011? Something like that. I may be pulling those numbers right out of my butt. Anyway, all right. Adriel, you want to grab the one from Sean?
From Sean. Hey, Slamfire hosts. Congrats on the 400 podcast and this huge milestone. I love the content of the podcast and the array of topics covered. Hopefully there's another major milestone in the future. Cheers, Sean.
Oh.
Thanks, Sean.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Dave? From Mark P, please.
Yes. Hello, from Mark P. Hello. I have a crappy memory, but I still love the episode when Matthew gets a new cell phone and harasses Trevor. Harassing Trevor seems to be a popular topic.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it is. Mark Price, Squire, former stable boy.
He's been promoted, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, he was so low in you were random Dave when this dude showed up. He was like stable boy. He was like cleaning the horse shit out of the stables. That's where this guy was in the pecking order of squad mates. Now he's a squire. He gets to carry my stuff, which some people wouldn't necessarily think is a
like promotion, really.
He's now able to not only touch my stuff but carry it. So, what do you think? Should I tell the Matthew new cell phone story real quick for those that didn't hear it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because this got involved. Like this was a conspiracy. I had a bunch of people working against me on this one. I got a text one day, some random message, don't even know what it says. I'm like, who's this? Anyway, it played out that basically it was a listener who was stalking me. He even got my wife involved. And I was then finding random letters in my mailbox when I would get home from work. So not only was this dude texting me at all hours, weird, freaky shit, then I was finding stuff in my mailbox. I was starting to actually get a little freaked out. Yeah. And it was Matthew with a new cell phone. Just wouldn't come up and say, hey, Trevor, I got a new number. Nope. Bastard.
That's awesome. I actually have a good cell phone Trevor story as well. I think I just got to throw it in there. When we were out at the charity match, Trevor was doing the speed shoot and he managed to get an excellent score.
Oh my goodness, I love this.
So then a bunch of us are over at the speed shoot. Trevor is, and I can see where Trevor is too.
Okay. No.
From Heller, there's a plateau. So we were sort of on opposite plateaus with like this little swampy area in the middle. So I can see Trevor off in the distance. And Kelly says, we should write somebody else's name up there. And then you should text Trevor and tell him that this person beat you. So they suggested Rod. I figured that was a bad idea, but we went with Rod anyway.
Yeah, and Rod
we
was
wrote-
okay with it.
It was
He
a
said,
bad idea. I've seen the man shoot.
Yeah, exactly. We should have picked a random number like Giuseppe
Right.
or something. Anyway,
Billy the kid.
so I text. We go write it on the. We get the RSO to move the scores down, move Trevor down one, put Rod above him with like a 0.1 of a point fraction of a second, hundredth of a second, and then we're all looking across at Trevor, who's like 100 yards away, and he's like walking along. And I text him. I said, "Hey, Trevor, somebody beat your score," and I see him stop and pull out a cell phone, look at the cell phone, and then start marching down the ramp. And he texts me back and says, "Oh, we'll see about that." He starts marching along. That was great.
Here,
They
take my
literally-
money.
I literally spent the rest of the goddamn day in that bay trying to beat that stupid score that didn't exist.
You're welcome.
You liked it.
Yeah,
did.
you knew it was
awesome.
fake, but you did it anyway.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a good time. I set that high number with a shadow 1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, Mark S. Here's an idea. Let's talk about how Furlot is a liberal. Jesus, I didn't see this.
You didn't see this?
No,
Oh my
seriously.
God.
No, seriously. Hear me out. He likes to be heard. Sometimes this is just talking louder than everyone else or by demanding attention. It doesn't matter if his opinion is right or wrong. He just has to be heard, repeating it over and over so to make it seem as if his topic is more true and grounded in some sort of logical reasoning. Example, another New Brunswick range hosts an Outlaw 22 match during a complex time of restrictions. Rather than stepping up and hosting his own, he belittles certain individuals because their decision is to keep everyone safe. Can't trust those Northerners anyway. Sound familiar? Beards. Men and beards. There's a fine line between a badass ZZ Top biker and a hipster. If you groom it, maintain it, wash it, comb it, shave it, trim it, you have more in common with a hipster platform. Don't give a crap how many flies you caught in it on your bike ride home from work. Then you know you've got more in common with Bill Gibson than Chris Salvatore. Does Furlot seem like the type to own a motorcycle and not wash his beard? Then the answer is obvious. ADD, attention deficit disorder. A lot of people suffer from this, but I would argue is primarily a symptom of left of center minded individuals. Need proof? Watch Question Period during the House of Commons. Sitting when they ask Trudeau anything, he can't keep on topic to save his life. For a lot? I can't shoot guns for weeks or months. Therefore, I have little to no interest anymore and regularly skip my duties as podcast host because I'm studying literature now. What's that? A fancy remote control toy truck? A step deeper. What does your typical leftist do when they don't get their way? Rage quit. Just watch an episode of Louder with Crowder when he interviews people who disagree with him to get a sense of a real rage quit. How does this pertain to Furlot? Let's see. Lost an IPSC match because you misjudged a mag change during a course of fire? Rage quit. Have a disagreement with your buddies working in an advocacy group? Rage quit them too. Government made up new rules and rather waiting for change of government or standing up against them with your fellow gunnies? Rage quit by selling off the entire gun room because your feelings got hurt. See the trend here? Finally, what's more pro-left leaning than being very environmentally conscious? Why, who needs a pavement princess that bleeds testosterone when you can have a more environmentally friendly minivan? The Blazers have more in common with a minivan than an SUV. No full body frame, inability to tow any amount of weight, next to no ground clearance, etc. Less fuel to burn means a greener world for everyone after all. It's so much safer for my ego, and who needs a manhood anyway? Considering the above, I believe Furlot to be a liberal disguised in plain sight. Think I'm incorrect on the matter? Prove me wrong. Note, this is for entertainment purposes only and is no way, shape, or form to be taken too seriously. If you do, please count down from 10 before rage quitting. Congratulations on 400, guys. Been with you for the last 100 and are part of my weekly entertainment. Keep it up. Travis S. I don't even know who this guy is.
It's amazing.
But you are going to hunt him down now.
Well, he's pretty goddamn spot on
I know.
everything.
Yes.
I don't know about the one thing that really stuck out was rage quit during an IPSC match for a fumbled mag change.
He must be from the East Coast. He must know you.
I don't remember rage quitting an IPSC match though.
Well, you've also rage quit a Maple Seed.
I did rage quit a Maple Seed 100%.
You didn't rage quit when I beat you at Maple Seed.
Okay.
This is so goddamn spot on.
He's my new favorite person, though.
I mean, I am going to cut him, but
yeah,
he's so right in so many things.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in my defense, all right. Okay. Yeah. No. The having I'm still salty about the
minivan.
The match for members only.
Goodness.
The minivan, the Blazer was purchased because I have a tuition payment now.
Oh,
I didn't get rid of the truck because
that is such a liberal thing to say. Go.
Mm-hmm.
I have a tuition payment is a liberal thing to say.
Yes.
I sold.
Why aren't you working through your university? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Bootstraps. Yeah. Listen, bitches. The second that goddamn degree is paid off, I am getting a truck again. Look. Oh, dude. Even shit. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And I used to drive a motorcycle, so suck it. Oh, pretty good.
Real
pretty
motorcycle
good.
or
used to. Now it's more like extreme frisbee.
I've had dirt bikes, 4-wheelers, 3-wheelers, and street bikes.
Okay. So he's only been listening for 100 episodes and he knows you like.
He knows too much.
Yeah.
Way too much. It's fantastic.
Okay. Who's been feeding him information?
Spies, bitches. All right. Somebody take Fraser's.
Dave, you take Fraser's.
Howdy, folks. Just wanted to say that I'm thankful for all the work you guys do, bringing us such fantastic quality content. It's always the highlight of my week when I'm able to listen to you guys while at work, on the road, or live. Your podcast has been great at keeping me informed with what's new in the industry and on the many events you guys organized. Honestly, I have no idea where you find the time. Kelly. Anyway, I'm not much for long-winded emails, so keep it coming with the good stuff. I've been missing Trevor's I can never say this word. Curmudgeonly. Curmudgeonly demeanor. I hope he's doing well with his studies and he'll come back soon. He's here from the center of the universe, bracket Toronto. Fraser.
Thanks, Fraser.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
All right, and then we've got some shout outs from some of the different platforms we're on. These some of these are from Instagram to start. What, Kelly?
Instagrams.
This is from Canada First Ammo. Says congrats on 400, guys.
Sweet.
Charlie the Maine Coon. I love Maine Coons. They're the best cats ever. Wow. I remember episode 117 where all you did was talk Halo. Congrats. Bullseye North Superstore commented, that's a great accomplishment. The MKRA. Congratulations. You are all amazing. Thank you so much. As a listener since the first Canadian Reload episode, I also have 2 of the CCR t-shirts. To the entire Slamfire catalog and counting, you have all done a service, a great, irreplaceable service to all the law-abiding, gun-toting, game-hunting, lead-coated, gunpowder smelling, gunny girl or gunny boy, loving, trigger pulling, hunting gear sporting, McClatchy shot, Maple Seed Canucks, who are your loyal listeners. Thank you.
That was actually a good one.
That was an awesome one.
Yeah.
And then these, there's nothing there. Okay. Quite an impressive accomplishment. Congratulations. The Comfrey episode is the best one. That's from a New Brunswicker. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, Kelly, you want to take the Facebook review?
Oh, do we want to talk about some of the ones that have been happening in Facebook before we go to the Facebook review?
Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
Okay.
You got it open there. By all means, go right ahead. Thank you.
Well, yeah, as soon as I actually get to them, because people have been talking too much. Stop talking.
And a new email just dropped.
Oh, did it? Why don't you read the new email?
All right.
I'll pull up these ones.
Hey, Slamfire Radio. After listening to the majority of your 400 previous episodes, oh my goodness, really? I'm sorry. The therapy bills must be just astronomical. The majority of your 400 previous episodes, the general theme that stood out the most to me was when you guys discussed best of or top 5 list of various classes of firearms. I found these episodes to be very helpful for new shooters like myself when it came to making new purchases, whether it was for a new shotgun, 22 plinker, bolt action rifle, or black rifle. I feel like you guys should revisit some of these top 5 lists, considering the post-OIC market that we have today. Some examples: top 5 firearms purchased for a new shooter. Number 2, top 5 sporting rifles, 223, 76.2 by 39. Top 5 shotguns, pumps, semis, etc. Top 5 PCCs, top 5 hunting rifles, precision rifles, etc., etc., etc. Keep up the great work. I look forward to future episodes. Brandon. Awesome.
That's nice. Cool. Yeah. That's a great idea to revisit that, especially after the OIC. Okay, from Derek Butts, he says, thanks for sticking with it until at least 400. I listened for years, doing 3-hour commutes, upgrade to gel ear cups in the Peltors, and Trevor got me back into RC with his YouTube review recently. You folks are fantastic ambassadors, and I always look forward to Thursdays now. Thanks, Butts, he says. We also have, scrolling down just a bit, from Jason.
I missed that. Who was that?
Derek Butts.
Oh, Derek Butts. Cool.
Yeah. So from Jason Phelps, he says, hi guys, you were the reason I volunteered to help out with the Drumheller charity shoot. I just wanted to beat Trevor. Congrats. And thanks for being part of the family. Thanks, Jason. We also have Shauna H. Happy 400. I was fortunate to find your show a few years ago, and I've been happy to be a Patreon ever since. So thank you. James Burke, who we also lovingly call Ginger Snaps, he says, congratulations, keep up the good work. He wants to know where Brian is too, and that's about, and everybody else is just chatting with each other. So it's great to see that. So you guys, thanks for all the great messages and yeah, all the love as well. So yeah. What's that?
Do it for you people.
Yeah. So, do you want to go into the Facebook review? Do you want me to read that too? You asked me to.
Yeah, you take that one. I'm just looking at some other podcast related stuff here.
Okay, so we did get a good Facebook review, and it's from Ethan. He said, informative gun podcast that has taught me a lot on Canadian gun laws. So I can throw that in the face of gun law supporters. This podcast influenced me to get certified in CPR, first aid, and AED training last year because of the episodes covering the topic. That's fantastic. As well as buy my Toyota Tacoma. It's a 4-cylinder, but Trevor set me on the path into researching this. Thanks a bunch. Stay based, Adriel.
All right.
That's what he said. Stay based, Adriel. Stay based.
All right.
All right.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So if you would like to email the show for episode 401, a lot of you thought I was going to say and, you can do so by sending it to slamfireradio@gmail.com. All right. Patreonies. No new Patreonies this week, but if you'd like to support the show and become a Patreon, you can do so by heading over to patreon.com/slamfireradio. Shoutouts. Adriel, you got a bunch of names there.
That was from last week.
Or did you? That's from last week? Yeah. All right. You got anything for this week?
Nothing comes to mind. Thanks to Bullseye for mailing me out this stuff so quick, because I'm going to get the first Maverick video out there, even if I don't shoot it. I'm putting it up there. I need to win.
Yep. You hit first out.
Everything's content.
Mm-hmm.
Highest.
Thank you,
ratings.
Dave.
Maybe I'll try to get it out tonight.
Yeah. Kelly,
I have a couple. So first of all, I just wanted to say thank you to Mr. Ron Moore, who's Kelly's dad. He's now my new dad because he makes me brisket and I love it. So yay. I also wanted to say thank you to all the listeners that wrote in and provided us with some sound bites. It sounds like you guys love us. I don't know why, but it's really nice to know that people are listening. And
Because you're here, Kelly.
no, I actually don't think that's true. But I just wanted to say thank you and thanks for listening for 400 episodes. You're the reason why we do this.
Hell yeah. Dave.
Shout out to everybody who listens to the show, everybody who supports us, and to my fellow hosts. Over the years, you people rock, and I really enjoy hanging out with you Thursday evenings when I can and in person when we can. So
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah,
I miss you guys.
Cool.
Soon.
All right. Oh, it's gonna be rough. Okay. My shout out is me announcing that I'm leaving the show. This will be my final episode. I can't thank you all enough. It's been an amazing ride. But yeah, this is me not rage quitting. This is me thanking everyone for the amazing time I've had as a podcaster. The amazing friendships are going to last forever. I have no doubt about that. But yeah, it's time for me to move on to other things, and so I'm gonna call this chapter of my life to a close. And just say thanks, man. It's been a blast, and you guys have kept this ship afloat. And Slamfire would not be where it is today without Adriel doing everything you do behind the scenes, Kelly doing everything you do behind the scenes in a different way, Dave filling in and bringing amazing content to the show and an outstanding contribution. And yeah, so I mean, that's it. I'm not just gonna not show up. I'm gonna come on and thank everybody. Thank you guys. Thank the listeners. I figured the time to do it was now. Go out on an epic fashion. Christina was like, drop the mic, and then just turn off your camera. So yeah. Thanks everybody. I'm out. It's been a slice.
Was not expecting that. Wow. Holy crap, Trevor. Well, thanks for all you've done. You've contributed so much to Canadian Firearms Podcast. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here.
Nonsense. No. So, but anyway, until next week, everybody, be sure to check us out on Gunners of Canada. Like us on Facebook. We're at 2,753. You can leave us a review on Facebook now. That's a thing. That's cool. Be sure to join the CCFR. And 3 of the 4 people here, we'll see you next week. Night, everybody.
Good night, Trevor.